Exodus chapter 14 is an incredible story, where an entire nation seemingly walks through the sea. Today, we embark on a journey into this remarkable chapter of the Bible. It's a tale that has intrigued scholars and believers for centuries, a narrative of faith, liberation, and divine intervention. Its significance within the biblical context is profound, offering powerful insights into the relationship between God and his people. The events of Exodus chapter 14 are some of the most dramatic in the Bible. Let's delve into the details. Exodus chapter 14 is set at a time when the Israelites are fleeing Egypt under the leadership of Moses. The Israelites, once enslaved and oppressed by the Pharaoh, are now on a quest for freedom, guided by Moses, who himself was raised within Egyptian royalty. The chapter unfolds as the Israelites embark on their exodus from Egypt, a land that had been their home, albeit a harsh and unforgiving one for numerous generations. Yet as they move forward, the Pharaoh, initially relenting under divine pressure, experiences a change of heart. Stricken by the sudden realization of the loss of a vast workforce, he rallies his chariots, his soldiers, his entire military might, and sets off in pursuit of the fleeing Israelites, aiming to bring them back into the folds of slavery. Now, with the Egyptian army closing in, the Israelites find themselves in front of the Red Sea, seemingly trapped. Faced with the Red Sea ahead and the Egyptian army behind, the Israelites are in a seemingly impossible situation. At this critical juncture, God commands Moses, his chosen leader of the Israelites, to raise his staff over the sea. Obediently, Moses does as instructed, and the impossible becomes possible. The Red Sea parts in two, creating a clear path of dry land stretching from one shore to the other. Walls of water stand tall on either side, held at bay by an unseen force. The Israelites, initially struck with fear and doubt, are overwhelmed by this miraculous intervention. This is not just a path to safety, but a tangible manifestation of divine protection and guidance. The sea, once a symbol of their impending doom, now becomes their road to deliverance. They had been slaves, oppressed and weary. Now they are a people chosen by God, walking through the parted sea towards freedom. Their faith is strengthened, their spirits uplifted. The impossible situation they found themselves in is no more. Instead, they find themselves in the midst of a miracle, a divine intervention that not only ensures their survival but also reaffirms their faith in God's promise of deliverance. With the sea parted, the Israelites cross on dry land, a miracle that is still talked about thousands of years later. But what about the pursuing Egyptian army? What became of them, you may ask? Well, the narrative takes a tragic turn for the Egyptians. As the Israelites made their way across the seabed, the Egyptians followed in hot pursuit. But just as the last Israelite stepped onto dry land, the suspended walls of water came crashing down. Imagine the scene, the mighty sea returning with a roar, engulfing the entire Egyptian force. Pharaoh's chariots, horses, and all his soldiers were swallowed up in an instant by the raging waters. A spectacle of chaos and destruction, a vivid demonstration of divine intervention. The powerful Egyptian army, once the terror of the known world, was decimated, lost to the depths of the sea. All the while, the Israelites watched from the safety of the opposite shore, witnessing the mighty act of their deliverer. So with the Egyptian army destroyed, the Israelites are finally free. So what does all this mean? What is the significance of Exodus chapter 14? Exodus chapter 14 is a dramatic narrative filled with symbolism and deep spiritual significance. In this chapter, we see the Israelites cornered between an approaching army and a vast sea. Yet with faith in their hearts and God's guidance, they witness a miracle, the parting of the sea. This chapter is not just a story of an incredible escape, but also a lesson about faith and deliverance. It teaches us that even when we're trapped in the most challenging circumstances, faith can open up unexpected paths. It also reminds us of the power of divine intervention. In the drowning of the Egyptian army, we see a potent symbol of liberation from oppression. It's a testament to the fact that no force is more powerful than divine justice. Exodus chapter 14 is a testament to the power of faith and the deliverance that can come from trusting in a higher power. It's a story that continues to inspire and fascinate us even today.